Hi everybody, welcome to the Candy and Mandy topic of the week. Today we're going to be talking about...
Top 5 things we like to do in the grocery store.
Kick it off, Mandy.
Top 5 things I like to do in the grocery store. Number 1, I like to sniff things.
Like perfumes and that?
I like to sniff everything. I know it sounds kind of silly, but if it smells good, it's edible. That's not always true for a lot of things that I've ever sniffed in my life. I just want to make sure, that the fish is fresh. Sometimes I even like to walk by people and just get a whiff of them just because I can. I'm not creepy or anything. I just like to sniff things.
One of my favorite things to do when I go to the grocery store, when I go with my friends, I like to put random shit in their cart when they're not looking.
When I'm shopping, I like to talk to myself. I like to talk to myself about anything. The unfortunate thing is that when I have a lot of good comedic ideas or just things in general I want to say, I kind of just start laughing. I'm not crazy. I was just at Sheetz like 2 weeks ago and I went to get gas and there was one person working. On my way up, I was thinking of something like really funny for a comedy skit that I'd like to do. And so I get in there and he's like, "What was so funny out there? You're walking up laughing." I said, "Well, I do comedy. I do a web show, doing skit comedy." He said, "What was it about?" If you know Centralia, I had to drive down through there. Centralia is where they originally filmed the first Silent Hill. It's always spooky down there. We have the mine fire that's up on the surface. And I was thinking, because I have so many gay friends, instead of a werewolf, it would be a were-gay. And every full moon, he'd come out and instead of hearing a wolf going on, woo, you would hear, "Hey!" He goes, "You're a pretty awesome chick. Go get a coffee." So, in terms, if you're funny, you get free stuff.
Another thing I like to do when I go into the grocery store is walk around talking like I have an African accent. I get really, really funny stares when I do this.
Another thing I like to do is, and I know we've probably all been there, but I love to embarrass my guy friends in the condom aisle. As we were joking to my one friend, I said, "Oh look baby, they actually have the ultra thins. Now I can tell that you have a small penis." I like to make uncomfortable comments to strangers. It's not just to get a rise, but sometimes if I'm in a hurry and they're in their way, I like to, say something really uncomfortable.
When I go to the store, I also like to point out all the weirdos. Not to point them out in like a bad way, but more so to say, I wonder why that person's the way they are. I wonder why he looks that weird. Like, is that just his style? Does he desire to be that way? Was he made that way? Does he just not give a shit? What else do you like to do?
I like to get into the busiest line, and I like to buy cigarettes. Because if you look behind you and you watch, you're going to have the one bitch kicking her hips, the old man staring at you, kids screaming, and you can just say, "Still legal. I can do what I want."
Another thing I like to do when I go to the grocery store is the snack aisle. Who the fuck doesn't like the snack aisle? I walk out with everything when I go in the snack aisle, and I don't give a shit who says I'm fat or whatever, because I like snacks!
You know what else is something I like to do? And we've all done it as teenagers. I don't know if you used to play this game. I go to Walmart. It's called The Bugs.
Don't think I've ever heard of it. Inform us all.
You go to Walmart, and you have to, hide behind an aisle, and when it gets just a little bit busy, run down the aisle with your hair out, screaming, "The bugs, the bugs, get the bugs off me, the bugs are following me!" And just keep going till you get out the building.
That sounds like a lot of fun. My favorite thing to do when I was a kid, when I went into the store, was hide in the clothes rack. And then, just jump out and scare the fuck out of someone. Record your shenanigans at the store and send them to us, and you'll see them here live on our show. Okay, and that's it for Topic of the Week.
If there's any topics you'd like us to do,
comment, we'll do them.
Message us on Facebook if you're embarrassed. We don't judge.
I have a Twitter. You could follow me at Candy Lee Stand Up. At Minty Mudslide, you can follow her. I'm also on Tumblr, if you have a Tumblr account, as Minty Mudslide. I do have a Facebook fan page. You can find that Candy Lee Comedy is the fan group for me. I have one as well. It's Amanda Badorf /fan page. If you can't find it, you can always find me, Amanda Badorf. Or you can message Jason Zabicki, one of the moderators for my site. And that's all we have for Topic of the Week. Come back next week for another Topic of the Week. Good night, everybody.